What did today do to the trajectory of this presidency that you and I talk about for a living? Where are we headed now, do you think?
Look, it shattered the narrative that the investigation into this president is a witch hunt. I mean, the witches all had, keys to the kingdom, and these were all people that were doing Donald Trump's bidding. So the idea that he can smear the investigation, that taint will follow to the Southern District of New York, which had nothing to do with the targets that Donald Trump attacks on a daily basis, I think is a bridge too far. And I think this might be the day, if we look back, and they're whipping the votes in the Senate to see if the impeachment vote in the House, if they have enough votes to convict him, they will look back at this day as sort of one of the days that began to erode that lock that they have on the Republican base. The Republicans have been pathetic. They've been pathetic during the campaign and during the presidency. But you can't sustain too many days where the president's former fixer and lawyer stands up in court and says, I committed crimes at the request of the president, and look the other way. They did it after the Access Hollywood tape. They've done it after bleep hole countries. They've done it after every sort of norm gets broken. But these are serious crimes being charged of the people that were closest to this president.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.